So I know at the end of the last review I promised that the merchandise review was going to be next, but I'm still waiting for some stuff to arrive for that one. So until then, here's the board game review to hold out. So next week is going to be the merchandise review, but for now, here's the MediaWiz review of Doctor Who Time Clash featuring Jason Voorhees and Liam the Random Bystander. Hello, I'm the MediaWiz, because one art form wasn't enough, and welcome back to another episode of Doctor Who Wednesdays. Today we're going to be looking at board games. When it comes to board games based on popular franchises, they've been fun, if not a tad lackluster. MLP Monopoly and Halo Monopoly are fun games, but they're just derivatives of a popular board game that's easy to recreate. And at Ed and Eddie, that was just a jigsaw puzzle. No real joke in there. So instead of looking at something like Doctor Who Clue, Risk, or Monopoly, we're going to be looking at an original game, Doctor Who Time Clash, the starter set, specifically based on the 12th Doctor. Joined by Liam the Random Bystander, and of course,
Peace.
Jason Voorhees. Insert joke of starter pack joke here.
Oh, that could be fun for later.
I'm taking this off.
There's a Doctor Who role-playing game.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is an RPG.
Apparently there is one.
Did you say roleplay?
I get it. It's basically each of these is designed as like a different arc. If we look at this one, this is the
right
London
here.
crew,
Yeah.
and this one is from one of the Dalek arcs.
This is definitely going to be for the TARDIS to move on the board.
Let me...
Companion Clara. Based on
Companion Clara.
Time London.
Time
Any Doctor player
Skara.
may counter a threat as it is played by discarding a tech of equal or greater absolute value. Fuck you, I hate math. And drawing
So
wait,
what we
there's
got?
3?
Oh.
See, I told you I hate... Oh, it folds. See? Math.
First, we decide which team
Oh, they come apart.
we want to be on.
Okay, which team?
There could
Enemy
be
Supreme Dalek.
the Doctor side and the enemy side.
Time
I'm calling this on
Gallifrey.
enemy side.
I was gonna. Okay, I'll be Doctor.
I shall recruit the Random Bystander to be on my team.
Sweet, bro.
Yes, I am intentionally stacking things in my favor.
This is only going to end well. In Doctor Who Time Clash, the Doctor and the Daleks are locked in a desperate struggle for the fate of the universe itself. You'll play cards representing plans, threats, tech, and quips to stacks that represent the time of the struggle, the Doctor's companion, and the enemy's influence. The two sides also compete to control the Doctor's location, which activates or deactivates crucial powers. During the game's build-up segment, each side tries to establish an advantage. When the balance tips and the endgame comes, they press for victory. Either one of the Doctor's desperate gambits will succeed, or the Dalek's pressing threats will crush him. So that means that one group of players can play as the Doctor, and the other team can play as the enemy.
These 3 sections on each map area.
Yeah.
Basically, you as the Doctor team gets to pick the time frame. Then we as the enemy team get to pick the enemy arc, and then you get to pick the companion arc.
Okay.
Now apparently each of these, basically these numbers actually do mean something. I've yet to figure out what that actually is. So I guess we'll find out, and
Alright.
it's best of 3. Doctor gets to go first on the first game. From then on, loser goes first on each succeeding round.
Alright.
And I'm trying to see what the
Are there
cards
any
about.
advantages to going first?
I assume in, like, the meta sense, there's probably an advantage to going first. In, like, most games, there is a meta, too.
Yes.
The board is broken up into a circular puzzle called the Vortex Disc, made to represent certain arcs and locations from the show. You can also select a companion to assist you, and from there a roll of the dice will decide fate. The die determines how far along you can move your TARDIS pawn, which selects which arc you can play.
Starts with 2 cards from their
Too many
respective
muscles in
team's
this area to
decks.
be flexible.
First, we have to pick our arcs, so you get to pick the time and the companion.
What arc are we picking?
Yeah.
I'm seeing what they do. You can read through your arcs and see what you want to do.
Okay.
Okay, you can play tech cards and time or companion arcs, and they stack. Threats only on the enemy arcs, quips only on the companion's arcs, and plans you can play to any stack. Discard a card to move the Doctor to any arc.
Our faithful servant has discovered the means by which we shall play this game.
Hell yeah.
Are we putting it on the board, or what are we doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this isn't
First-
really a board.
Pick your companion, your timeline, because
Okay.
that affects a lot of things.
I'll take Clara.
At this point, you basically play a card. If it's a quip, you play it to companion time. If it's a tech, you can play it to time or companion. And if it's a plan, you can play it on any of them. Tech, you can play at time or companion. Quips, you can play on the companion arc. And plans, you can play anywhere. Yes! I have tech cards!
Oh god, yes.
Which means, first off,
Tech. It's just a phone. Nothing happens when you answer the phone. That's pointless. Once the game starts, it's really one big battle of wits and luck of which cards you get. There are number cards, which determine your threats, your quips, tech, and plans, special cards, which can get discarded from the game after being used once, unless another card or rule dictates it can come back, and lastly, counter cards, used to counter or interrupt other players. Want to know what's in that box? I'll tell you what's in the box. It's a time machine. I'm an idiot with a box and a screwdriver, yeah. That definitely describes the situation I'm in now. Back plus 200. Just one question. Do you know how to fly this thing? That definitely screams companion.
I need the good plan cards at this point. Oh, if I can get some good... Yeah, you're going to want to keep stacking them up on at least one. You're going to have to start doing triage at one point. Yeah. At some point. After I'll play negate and remove a quip from the game. Oh, come on, I can't even use it because you don't have any quips on the field.
Oh yeah, I should get my quips.
You also lost that 200 point value from the actual quip itself, from that plan itself.
Huh.
So that butchered your score badly there.
One thing to note is that certain arcs and locations might be leaning more towards the enemy side and vice versa. It gives the player a bit more of a home field advantage that way.
The end game is by having 800 plus score on any arc. And then you flip for it to see if you can make it endgame or not. So it's loosely 50-50. Choose wisely, yeah.
That's not good.
No, it's not, because I can immediately force endgame next turn.
Oh, great. That's fantastic.
Just because after a certain point, I can effectively just start destroying your point value.
Did you get all of that? I really hope so. Because let me tell you, sometimes these instructions are just way too cryptic for their own good.
Yeah, I have to check things just because the rules are super technical for me to try and get at a glance.
This is basically like a strategy game.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that, actually. That makes a lot of sense for Doctor Who.
The game is to, for me, is to reach less than 0 on each arc.
Okay.
You just have to be able to do a gambit where if 3 of your cards can beat 3 of my cards.
Okay.
Which you now can't. Unless you have a 400 lying around in there.
The gameplay can be tedious at times, especially if you're not into strategy games like I am, so sometimes the game might come off as a bit boring. But with that said, the game did keep us invested and want to keep playing, so something was clearly keeping us going. And another thing, Jason and Liam are definitely way more into these kind of games, so it did make it a lot more fun, kind of like when me and Timmy play RPGs. Some games are totally made for a specific group of friends who just know those kind of games inside and out.
Endgame. I win as soon as the value on each stack is less than 0.
Huh.
How you can win at this point.
Oh god, yeah.
Because you're probably going to want to know that. You tap, which means you turn it 90 degrees, so you're going to try and do the gambit as the third part of your turn.
Uh-huh.
And if your point value is greater than mine, I instantly foresee a problem with that, though, is that
yeah.
I have better point value cards.
Yeah, you do.
Because this is 900 points, and you can't beat that.
Yeah, I know.
You can come close, but you can't beat that.
Yeah. Sometimes the only choices you have are bad ones, but you still have to choose. Gallifrey.
Oh no! That was actually brilliant, because that plan just killed mine. Because you can now actually potentially beat me out in a game. Now we tie in a gambit. 300 point plan, baby! I use lure to counter your quip.
Quip. You win.
Draw. Thank you. Ooh, yes. 300 point plan.
Oh god.
So, goodbye. And you're down 600 down to 300. I don't need these threat cards anymore.
I'm running out of cards, actually.
And you get them reshuffled back into your deck, unfortunately.
Okay. Alright. Move the doctor, play another card or draw. Or counter the enemy doctor move, then draw a card.
Which I don't want to move him. I'm quite content with where he actually is.
All in all, I wasn't really crazy about this game, but I think depending on who you play it with really enhances your experience.
This game's never gonna end because you can't actually get a high enough point value to beat me.
I know.
And I can't get it low enough because you keep getting those stupid 300 point plans.
Oh man.
Even if I got a 300 point plan, I can't actually bring that one low enough.
Oh wait, Wiz. You guys gave up just because the game locked you in an endless loop? Yeah. Huh. Well then, kids, that's what happens when you play a board game about trying to determine the fate of all time and space then, right?